Hi everyone, it's your boy Ricky here for Honeybee Stamps. I hope you're doing well today and thank you so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. Today we are going to be making a card using some products from the latest release. We are going to be using some planes, we're going to be ripping some paper, we're going to be experimenting because I have not pre-made this card, so I don't even know if it's going to work. We'll make it work, but it may be a journey to get there, which is probably the theme of this card. Before we get started, just a few things. First, subscribe to this channel. Secondly, click that notification bell so that you know a new video has come out. Third, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think about the video or the card or the products, or maybe like tell the future. What kind of things do you want to see in the future from Honeybee Stamps? And then lastly, share the love. If you know someone that may like this video, go ahead and send that out to them. All right, so let's go ahead. First of all, you guys, it is 9:45 at night. I have my iced coffee here on a Saturday. What am I doing? Why am I doing that? But anyway, because I need to make this video. That's why I'm doing it. Anyway, let's look down to see what we're going to be using today. Okay, for today's card, we are going to be using the Born to Fly stamp set. We're going to be using the coordinating dies that come with it. We're also going to be using the plain awesome sentiments along with the coordinating dies. We are also going to be using the Airmail embossing folder. And then we're going to be using some white cardstock. And then we're going to be using some paper from the Americana series. We're going to be using this paper today. All right, so let me go ahead and get started with the first step. Okay, so the first step to this card is I am going to be doing a bunch of paper ripping here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip this paper up and fill this whole card front. So I'm just going to take this first piece here and just going to kind of rip it any way that I want. So like this. Then what I want to do is take the alternating paper and just rip that how I want. And then it's going to be like this. I might tear this down a little bit more so I can get more strips in. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to make strips all the way up this card panel. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then when I come back, I'm going to have this card panel put together, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. Okay, so here we have the finished panel here, and kind of what I'm going for here is I'm hoping this will eventually look like the sky. So we have some blues, we have some whites for the clouds. You know, we're just experimenting. We're going to see if this works out. You know, we're going to play along. So the next thing I want to do is I want to send this through the embossing folder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this paper down a little bit with some water just to get it loosened up a little bit, because I really want that impression to come through these layers of paper. And there's a lot of layers. So basically, actually, I'm just going to spray the embossing folder with paper with water. And then I'm going to lay the paper down, and then we are going to see how this works out. Hopefully it's for the good. So let me go ahead and get this through the die cutting machine, and we'll be right back. All right, let's see how this came out. Ooh, I'm a little nervous. Let's check it out. Actually, it does not look too bad. It gives just enough texture for that. It actually flattened the paper more. It is a little wet from where I sprayed it, so I'll probably let this dry, and then I'm going to come back for the next part. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is do the sentiment and what I'm going to put on this card. And I guess I just now started looking at the planes that are on the stamp set, and none of them are really kind of like, oh, let's go to Europe planes or anything like that. So I'm going to try to make do and see what we could do. Actually, I think I might go with this. Well, forgot the plastic was on there. I think I'm going to go with this guy instead. This little plane here. So I'm going to go ahead and get that stamped out. And I would do the sentiment at the same time, but unfortunately I can't, because this is red rubber and the other one is polymer, so we have to do them separate. So I'm going to go ahead and get this little guy stamped out. I'll get him die cut out, and then we'll come back and do the sentiment. Okay, you guys, so the card is pretty much coming to be done. This is going to be a quick card. This is something you can mass produce real quick and do different kinds of planes or helicopters or sentiments. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put some foam tape on the back of this. So let's go ahead and do that. And I really hope I put that on the right side of the card. Oh, yay, I did. Okay, perfect. And then for the plane and the sentiment, we're also going to just put some foam tape on the back of that. This is going to be a thick card. Might have to put some extra postage on this, maybe, because it's so thick. Unless you want to hand deliver it. All right, so I'm not going to take the backing off of this because I want to see where I want to put this first. And then let's put some back on the, or foam tape on the back of the sentiment here. Oh, that fit perfect. All right. So this is where I'm going to fits and fuss about because I need to see, I think this looks okay right here, actually. I think that looks fine. That's where it's going to go. That's the first place I said to put it, and it was my natural instinct, so I'm going to go with that. I try to go with my instinct because usually it's right, but then sometimes you make a card and people that you know, no, that was the wrong instinct you had, sir. All right, I'm not going to press it down too hard because I want to make sure that everything is even before we get everything down. We might put a little bit of touch of fancy on this. I'm just going to hold this up. See, that's crooked. There we go. The plane looks good. I think that's a pretty good distance from one another. All right, that looks good. And then let's see if we have, let's see here. We have the Americana gemstones here. So let's, you know what? This card, it needs a touch of fancy, and that's what we're going to do. So let's see what we're going to do here. I love these light blue. So that looks really good right there. And then maybe let's do a medium. Maybe here. And then we'll do a small one. Maybe here. Let's see. The third one is always hard for me, you guys. I think like right here is good. And then maybe we'll do silver also. Maybe put silver around the plane. I'm not going to press these down too hard yet because I just want to make sure. Actually, I know what I want to do here. How about we stick the little ones here in the middle of the tires? There we go. And there's a little touch of fancy right there. And I think that's going to be good, you guys. There's 5 on there. It's an odd number. Let me go ahead and hold this up so you guys can see it. Check that out. Super simple. Again, this is all torn paper, pattern paper, put through an embossing folder. This looks so amazing. I love it. It's simple, but it works. And I'm actually pretty happy that this came out because I didn't know if it would, because I didn't, let's even the camera out. There we go. I didn't know if it would actually work or not because I just didn't make the card. And this is kind of what I envisioned, but I'm happy that it came out. That looks so cool. So anyway, make sure you click the description or check out the description, click the links down there for any of the products that I used today in this card. Just a couple more things, subscribe to this channel, click that notification bell so that you know a new video has come out. Third, leave some comments down below. Tell me if you thought this was a hot mess in the beginning and it came out great, or if it was a hot mess and it still looks like a hot mess. Whatever, you tell me. And then lastly, share the love. If you know someone that loves planes and hot mess beginning tutorials, and then, a card that kind of came out at the end, it came out. Go ahead and send this out to them. So until next week, I will talk to you lovelies later. Bye.